This is what we'd call moisture overload or hydro fatigue, like some people call it, where your hair looks dejected, frizzy, mushy. Think of instances where your hair is damp when it should be dry. 2 days, your hair is still wet, your hair is still damp. Really? Simply put it, an imbalance between moisture levels and proteins, where moisture is too much compared to proteins. That is what we could call moisture overload or hydro fatigue. We're in a trend where everything is about moisture, hydrating water. Like someone said, no sulfates, no silicones, no drying alcohols. So what don't we expect? That's why you'll find that products that previously worked for you no longer do the same thing. They make your hair frizzy, mushy, and all these things that bring about moisture overload. So could we say the products are bad, or we simply need to balance between moisture and proteins? Do protein treatments at least once or twice a month, depending on your hair porosity and blah blah blah. So you simply have to listen to your hair, know your hair's needs, and get a regimen on how to balance protein and moisture. Oil treatment could also be another option. I demonstrated that in the previous video. Basically, it's supposed to protect your hair from losing a lot of protein, or say keratin, and it also strengthens your hair and so many other benefits. I demonstrated much of this in the previous video. Probably you would go and watch that. Though it's more visuals, I'll leave the link in the description box. Deep conditioning too often and too long could also be a problem. That could lead to moisture overload. Now this varies from one person to another. Some people may need to deep condition more often, probably every week, and others may have to do it probably once a month or twice a month. So you simply have to listen to your hair and know when it needs deep conditioning. So that is about how often. You can't do necessarily the way the others do. You just have to know your hair exactly, and that will give you some knowledge on how often you should deep condition, because too much of it you're going to get moisture overload and you're not going to like it. And then when it comes to how long, I mean, if a deep conditioner can't help you within an hour, then it may never. I also used to be a victim, sleep with a deep conditioner till the next day, but it's just not the healthiest thing for our hair. At least a good deep conditioner should work within an hour. You'd find that even 15 minutes you've already got what you want. The point we want to get here is basically the longer water stays on our hair, the more damage. This even comes to styling, to drying. Actually, study shows that blow drying hair would be better than leaving your hair dry naturally, because the more water stays longer in your hair, the weaker it becomes and the more damage. I did a video on this also. I'll leave the link on the description box. Basically, we want our hair to dry faster, so definitely you're going to be forced to use a dryer to quicken the drying process. Of course, you don't have to burn your hair.